So, to represent first, we'll put everybody out, see what we got. Oh, I hear myself. I don't want a feedback loop, that'd be bad. It's good to know that you can hear me. Tanks out here. Makeshift tanks for now. And I would always suggest using note cards for vehicles to keep track of statuses. So to play this, I'd always suggest pencil and paper. Deck of 52 cards. At least one deck of 52. Tape measure. Some little dice. You need some of two colors. I have some blue ones we're going to use for one side, and some red ones we're going to use for the other side. I would also use larger D6s. Mine are color coded, but you don't have to. But I would suggest them to make it easier to see what units, which side. One for each unit, or more if you need more for extra ammo. Which actually I will. We'll have this one have extra ammo. Then I'd also have either some coins, something with two sides. I have a bunch of these, so we're going to use bottle caps. At least one for each unit to show either they're activated face up, activated without reacted, face down, activated, and reacted. So you know if they can overwatch or duck and cover or evade. This game has a lot of options for your reaction. You don't just have to overwatch. And then I'd always just have extra little D6s to roll. That's all you really need for the game. Let's separate everything here. Let's get started. So to begin with, you need to make two armies. Well, determine how many points you're going to use. For this game mode, it's called Kill or Be Killed. And you're only going to use 500 points. So it's going to be really quick. Get your armies built, which I already did. Write them down. Or type them down. Then separate your units, show what they are. Then you will set up your battlefield, which I've already have done. Thanks. We'll go ahead and show the whole battlefield here. Well, now this building's going to be. That building's going to be there. That's the battlefield. And also determine what terrain's what terrain. So we'll go ahead and show that this is a building, that's a building, and that's is going to be difficult terrain, difficult terrain, difficults, and difficults, and difficults. These two little drawn on areas are going to be our barbed wire dangerous terrain. Hey AD, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. The buildings are going to be classified as ruins, so they're going to be easy to destroy. We'll get into that when we play here. Yeah, that's all we really need to classify. Everything else is going to be open terrain. Normally, you will set up a events, location, and mission, We're not going to do that for this. For kill or be killed, you are just going to fight to the death. Best 2 out of 3 times, and see who comes out the better. So really, it's going to be a goal is to kill units before one of you lose one of your units. If you lose a unit, they get a point. If you kill them before they kill one of you, so you get a point. You got to back out and then do it the best 2 or 3 times. How we sounding, AD? Oh, I forgot. You should probably have a bag that is not see-through. So I have a too big of a certain kind of bag, but you can get any kind of bag, just that you can't see through. Whether that be plastic, you probably shouldn't use a plastic one, but there's all kinds of bags you can use. Use that so that way you can put the 2 smaller dice into the bag, shuffle them, and get random dice out of that. Sounds good. All right. So now that we set that up, I'm going to show what the armies are. In fact, I'm going to write which one's which so I don't get confused. So we have the Separatists, which are going to have a sergeant, which is going to be this guy. He has a sniper rifle, a sword, an SMG, and a frag grenade. You have these GI units. You got 2 of them with sniper rifles, knives, pistols, grenades. They all have those. All 3 of them have lucky cards, helmet ornaments, which allows them to reroll a defense die once or get advantage on defense die is how it's written. And the other one has a missile launcher. So they're going to try to destroy a tank. They're going to be tank killers. You have the M260 tank with extra ammo, and it has a flamethrower attached to it. I misspoke. This guy has the flamethrower. On the other side, that was the Separatists. They're trying to get away from the UAF. They're like, no, we got to leave. We don't trust the president anymore. We're going to leave. And they're like, no, you're not leaving. We're not taking them. You're not taking the ammunition that you have. We're taking it back. The ammunition is just rare. We got to use it. We got to fight. They're like, no, we're going to run. We're going to run to the West Coast. It's going to be fine. I'm like, no, the West Coast is frozen. The crowd says, what? What? So over here, you got a sergeant with a flamethrower, SMG, a sword, and a frag grenade, like everything else. And then a heavy armored squad, 3-man. All 3 of them have SMGs, knives, and tower shields. Gives themselves cover and something behind them cover. So that way there's walking shields, walking little cover. You got 2 of them. The 2 with the swords here are going to be the ones with LMGs. Gun down some soldiers. And then you got this guy with no hand. He's going to be the one with a flamethrower. Their M260 has 2 heavy machine guns and 1 smoke grenade. The other side? The other side also has 1 smoke grenade on their tank. So that way you can kind of see how that works too. Being gunned down or losing a soldier, does that damage morale? Yes. So every time you lose a model, at the end of the round, if your unit lost a model, they have to roll a morale check. If they fail that morale check, you're pretty much screwed the whole next round. With that unit at least. So, everything's been defined. We're going to say the Puritans are going to be the attackers, and the Separatists are going to be the defenders. They have a caravan of women and children, and ammunition, and a couple armored vehicles. And they're like, no, you're not taking that stuff away from UAF. We have Nazis to fight. We have demons to fight. You can't just run. It's not how that goes. So the attacker will deploy, or the attacker will choose. Let me read it from the book. I have the book pulled up. Decide which the attacker will choose the deployment zone and determine the location. The attacker deploys their entire army. So the attacker will choose this deployment zone and they will deploy their entire army first. So Puritans will put... I'll show you what I do after I put them all down. Go back to the video. We're going to put the tank right there. And we're going to put these guys over here. Actually, no, let's give them perfect concealment. So that way they can't even be shot at. Something you got to think about in this game is not losing models ever. Dang guardsmen. Also, more importantly, is placement, because the closest model dies. So don't put your leaders first. Put your leaders in the back. Over here, their tank's there. Here, I'll show you. They're going to place everything over here. They're going to put tank hiding behind the wall, and their soldiers there hiding behind that wall. Over here, I think we're going to place... Let's place the tank over here. Let's also place soldiers up here in the building, because they're going to go basically snipe mode. And if that tank comes up close enough, they're going to blow it up. Just be done with it. Sneak them there in that corner. Go on that corner. I already drew 12-inch lines from the edge to there. Also, I drew edges of the battlefield just in case this slips on this mat. You don't have to use a mat. You can use just a table. You can use any table actually, because this game doesn't require you to have an extra large table. Like most war games, you can play on any kind of surface, as long as I think the requirement was that you had 24 inches this way. Shiny Gold, how you doing? It's been a while. Yeah, this is new. Shiny Gold, it's been a while since I've seen you. How you been? So the defenders will be black and blue. The attackers will be red. So I'm going to take out the kings. I put the kings in these decks so that way if their unit they're attached to dies, you can switch it out to clarify. You put a card in for each unit on the battlefield. Number cards besides aces are your troops. Your aces are your special units. Your jacks are your mounted. Your queens are your heavies. And your kings are your leader units. So we got a troop heavy and a troop and a heavy. Pretty matched forces. They're different forces, but they're matched. You're gonna flip them over, give them a good shuffle until you can't forget what they are. It's really hard with only 2 units. This is generally played with larger unit counts. Forget what it is, what it is. Okay. Put them on each side. I would suggest putting them in your deployment zone so that way you know. Since I have dry erase, I'm going to use this as the VP totals. Sep and attack. Ignore my atrocious writing. It's atrocious. I have doctor script, but I don't get paid a doctor's wage. Get everything else off. Get your ammo tokens on everything. I'm going to place his ammo tokens on the back. That up here. Get your 2 dice for each unit, or 1 dice for each unit, I mean. Place it in your bag. Give it a good shuffle. Alright. Put that off to the side. Put everything else off to the side. Get your bottle tokens. Just in case. We're ready for first round. Start of the round, you do an order phase, which is you're going to choose an order. I'll pull it up. So a lot of it's determined by your leader, and your leader is going to be the only, your commander is going to be one of your leaders. If you have 2 leaders, one of them will be your sergeant, or not your sergeant, your lieutenant, and one of them will be your commander. If you lose your commander before your sergeant becomes commander. If you lose your sergeant, nothing happens. It doesn't really affect anything. If you lose your commander, your opponent gains a point. So at the end of the round, if you've lost a commander and then your sergeant becomes a commander, you could also get another point from your opponent if you can kill them in that direction. Instead of killing the sergeant first, and then killing the commander, you'd only get 1 victory point. It's a small thing, but it's also important. The round that you lose a commander, every unit will be required to make a morale check. So your options for commands are target acquired, hold your ground, everyone charge, ambush them, and full retreat. Since it's first round, the attacker tells first, and then the defender. The attacker then can roll a d6 on a 5 or 6. They can choose a different command in order to kind of trick a result. This will be round 1, and at the end of round 3, we'll roll a dice to see if it ends. Or if there's no units on the end of a round, the game ends as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. The defender is going to choose we'll choose target acquired because the defender leader you can't see it. The defender leader is over here. Can see the tank that's over there. So the target acquired will be the tank. Choose an enemy units that the leader unit you control has line of sight of. Your army's attack rolls against that target gets advantage. So we'll be able to more likely hit that thing. Hit that thing. Over here on this side, we're gonna make well, shoot, we should have said first, everyone charge. We'll do that. They're not gonna change, so we're not even gonna roll. Grab another drink here. All right. Now the round has started because we've chosen our order. It's action phase. To start, since I'm the same player for attacker and defender, doesn't really matter, but the attacker, or I do, no, here I'll read it. Starting with the attacking player. So, you know, the attacker, the separatist player would pull 2 dice out of the bag. Ooh. Both of his dice. And roll them. Rolled a 1 and a 5. Set them up from highest to lowest. Since there's only 2 dice, this is easy. We got a 5 and a 1. The 5 will activate. We'll put it off to the side. You can kind of see it here. This one's already been activated. In fact, let's go ahead and put the cards down here where you can see them. The attacker and defender cards. When that happens, the attacker will draw one of these in secret, but I'm going to show everybody. Be a troop card. So they can either choose to hold and put this face down. I'll read it again because I changed a few things before concept. If you hold. So you can hold. I could hold right here, which is actually a good idea. So no one can target me. And activate both of my units next round that I would activate. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. So the defender would pull a dice from this bag, 2 dice from this bag. There's only 2 dice left, so we know what they are. And they will roll. They roll a 3 and a 5. So this means we can go ahead and know what the rest of the activations will be for the rest of the round. The defender will activate twice, and then the attacker will activate twice. Kind of a beneficial decision to make on the first random chance that you get activated. So they will activate 1. They're heavy. They have to choose heavy first, or they could wait and hold and do it 2, but kind of a good idea to hold and then have the choice. So they will do that as well. The only time you might think that might not be a good idea is if this was like a 4, but even then that still would be a good idea because it draw out the enemy. So they're going to hold, activate both at the same time. They get their choice. In a larger army, this part of the game is much more strategic and tactical. Like you're going to have to think about having multiple troops because those troops will get to activate more often than like specials or mounted. And then if you do have specials and mounted, if you have multiple mounted and multiple specials, you'll activate those more often. Also, if you have less units than the opponent, you will be able to choose which units will activate first. But it'll be less likely that you'll activate first, I will say, because you'll be drawing less dice. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate these guys first. They are going to, in an activation, they can do one or do many things. They're going to choose to move and I think shoot. Wow. Found a mess up in my book, so, or my little document. I'm not going to call it a book yet. There's not a move and shoot only option, but that would definitely be an option, is to make a move and then attack and then have the chance of a snapshot. So noticing that here, these guys have a movement of +0, so they just move 6 inches. They're not going to even move their full 6 inches, but they could move up. Straight up. No. They're just going to move up to the window here so they can get shots. Missile launcher at the window. And the leader will also be at the window. Just going to step back just a little bit. The model, the weapon. What? Yeah, move forward. Adjust your ranks. So, I'll show you what we got here. They got all of them set up in there. You got a missile launcher and sniper, and here with a sniper as well, and another sniper that's going to be able to poke and shoot. Going down at shooting, I don't know if we're going to shoot. Let's look. This is a rule I don't know if I'm going to use yet, but pre-measuring. A lot of people from the old war game days you couldn't pre-measure. You had to actually decide if you're going to shoot or not. And then if you were unable to get range, you just didn't shoot. You missed. Which would be actually devastating in this game because you're using ammunition. So, in thinking about that, I'm not going to use that right now. Let's pre-measure. The missile launcher has a range of 20 inches. I don't have range. I don't have good shots. So what we're going to do is not shoot at all. These guys have their little token showing they haven't reacted. They have 6 shots left, so they can still make a decent amount of attacks on things. Down here, the tank will adjust. The tank will move up. He has a -1. He's tracked vehicle. He ignores, I think he just ignores dangerous terrain. I'm going to make a table of contents to make getting through this a little bit easier. At the bottom of the book, bottom of the document. Ignores difficult and dangerous. So, he goes 5 inches. He's going to full move though, because I don't have any line of sight with that other tank. I don't know, I could hit him through the building, but it would give him definite cover. Let's do it though. Let's do it. Hit him, right? He's got extra ammunition, doesn't matter. 5 inches. Put him up here. We'll fire around. Everything at the tank. One heavy machine gun and one light cannon they can use. The light cannon they're going to use an anti-armor. And heavy machine gun, let's go ahead and fire that because that's probably going to miss. Let's use dice we're not using for anything else to roll attacks. Heavy machine gun. They get 3 attacks. They're 32-inch. And they're half accurate at 16. I think we're half accurate. Yep. So they're going to get double disadvantage on this attack. On a roll 3 or higher. Let's see, where can you see? All right, there. 3 or higher. They got to roll that 2 more times. 5s. Because of cover is why they have to roll it again. They're half accurate. And the cover popped off that. Their weapon strength 5 versus their toughness is 7. So they survive on a 3 or better. Or ignore the damage on a 3 or better. And they got cover, so they'll repeat that. It's anti-armor 1. So it will ignore the armor of +1. Otherwise, it would be a 2+ that they ignore the damage. Because it's a tank. Yeah. So they're not resilient. Yeah. They ignore the damage because they get to re-roll that 1 more time. So even if it was a 2 on both of them, they could roll it again. Kind of figured that's how that was going to go because they're machine guns versus front tank armor. It's possible. It's possible. Don't ignore the possibilities. Now you're going to shoot the 2 shots from the light cannon. Has AP2, so it ignores all armor, all kinds of tank armor. Has a strength of 7, so this will be on a 4+ if they do hits. And it's not half accurate, so they just get disadvantage once. Oh, they miss. They directly miss. But I'm an idiot. I think one of those other machine gun shots would have probably hit because you get 1 advantage. As getting no disadvantage, no advantage on that roll, but I still rolled a 2 and a 1, so I still miss. So, fail with that. I'm not going to snapshot anything because snapshots are really only good if there's no chance of missing. Right in front of you, they have no cover, and they have like 1 model left, and you just need to kill them. Just do it. It's possible. It is. Because, okay, so you got a machine gun, has a strength of 5, or power of 5 weapon, and the front armor 7. That means if it's below the toughness of the armor, if it's equal, it's 50-50. It's a 4+ on that roll, and they ignore it. If it's below it, they're going to get a 3+ to ignore the damage. If it's below it by double, so like if it was 3 versus 7, it would be on a 2 or higher. It ignores it. And then you also add in that armor. Every unit will have an armor bonus. Tanks and like crazy armored people will have like a +1, and then really heavy tanks will have a +2. And in order to get through that, you'll have to have like an anti-tank gun. And then it's just however good of weapon versus however tough the unit is. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Join the Discord. You want to actually read the document, it's in there. I don't have to do a couple updates. I just saw a couple errors, which, you know, we're all imperfect people, right? It's free. Give me a break. So they've activated. Now it's their turn. They get to full move everything. They get a +1 to their. Let me look at it. The order is. Everyone charged. Units you control get a +1 to their movement modifiers. In addition, all units in line of sight of your leader, which is everybody, including the leader, may reroll charge rolls once taking the better result. So, just +1 to their movement stat is really good. Take a drink here. And what you thinking, 80? Talk to me, 80. Shiny's still there? We'll move the tank first. So he'll move 6 inches. All the way up to here. And he'll rotate. So that way he can blast him directly. So something you'll have to do when projecting cover. This is where you're going to have to ask yourself, do they have cover? So, does the model get covered up by this more than a third? Nope, not really. But if it was like all the way over here, maybe, especially from down here. If I can get that angle. Yep, right there. See, there's a third. If a third of your model's covered, that would have cover. If it was like a grass feature or like shrubbery or even this stuff, I'd consider like giving you cover, concealment, not cover, concealment, which just helps your opponent miss. It doesn't really help the bullets stop. He's hiding. I think it's cool. And see, 80, you can use foam board. Play this game with foam board. Get little foam board cutouts. Cut them to size, so that way you can kind of see if you hit or have cover and stuff. That's really the only reason you need a 3-dimensional figurine. You don't have to use Warhammer, but I have Warhammer because I'm a Warhammer nerd. Old Warhammer nerd. How about that? Back over here. So now we're going to fire everything at him. No cover, no concealment. We'll see if we're half accurate. 16 inches is not enough because I'd say it's a little bit in. On vehicles, it's important to go from the gun to the target. So you're going to get one thing of disadvantage on the attack, rolling on 3 or higher. Ooh, all hits. All hits. Like before I said, they roll on a 3 or higher, they ignore it. He's not getting any kind of bonuses, so if he doesn't roll, if he rolls a 2 or 1, he takes a damage from this. He doesn't, though. I mean, inconceivable. The chances of doing that was in the odds of the attacker. Now that's done, he'll pass to the other one. They will move up. But they're going to do a full move. Described in a full move. They get to move, then full move. And then they can snapshot if they want. So they will move a total of 7 inches. Let's move the camera so you can see. Focus. There we go. So they will move a total of 7 inches. Let's move them up into the building here. Actually, no. Let's move them around the building, because we can get them around the building. Their normal movement. And then they're going to full move. So, full moving, you roll 2d6 and add your movement modifier. You roll in d6 because you never really know how far you're going to be able to get into the land of war. If you stumble while you're running, you don't go very far and you're stuck out in the middle of no man's land. Get gunned down. They want to get probably at least an 8. Would be nice. But it doesn't even matter because they have cover. They give themselves cover. So, it doesn't really matter about getting cover. Getting concealment, or getting complete, like, blocking terrain from them is good. They rolled an 8, so they go 9 inches because they get the +1. Or, I'm sorry, they get +0 because they get 1. So actually, I'm going to take away a 1 inch because I gave them 7. So they would be going 7 inches this time. Which is still good. Still good. They made it. Now, units that have leaders in it, they can technically go faster. Because that guy, he can actually go 8 inches, 9 inches. Because when you're moving around buildings that are blocking, I would move 1 and then count again. Okay, so now they moved up. They could snapshot, but they're not going to. You can't snapshot grenades. So, I mean, if you're thinking like, I could just snapshot a grenade. Actually, I did put in you could snapshot a grenade as a reaction. That is your reaction option, I forget. So let's look at it. No, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. 8 inches is the maximum I could throw a grenade. So they could possibly throw right in here. But we want to hit back here. Hit that back armor. Hit that back armor and you could possibly blow it up. Save our grenades. And that's the end of the round. So take off all your action markers. Reset your decks. See if you lost any models. Nobody's lost any models. They were kind of just rearranging. Shuffle your decks. Attacker. Nobody knows. Actually, you probably know. This is round 2. I'm going to move up this dice. Remember, at the end of round 3, we'll see if it automatically ends. And then we'll talk about how that works too, because it's not the end of the game, it's the end of the battle. They could reset, come back, and try to kill again. Try to kill and kill again. Get your dice. Get your bag. Set up the order. Remember it right this time. The attacker is going to decide target acquired on the tank. And then over here, they're going to say ambush. Ambush them, because if we can activate first, we might have a chance at just obliterating them right away. So, the attacker will roll a dice to see a 5 or 6. No, they can't feint. Attacker draws 2 dice. Ooh, 2 colored. A 1 and a 3. So the attacker has the higher dice. We'll go first. He will draw a card. A troop. This isn't necessarily a bad choice to just go and take, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. The attacker let's get in there and kill that tank. So, now that we're over here, this is difficult terrain, so going through this is going to count as a double. They can only normally move 5 inches, so now they can only move 2.5 through this. Let's go ahead and do it still. Make sure your models are 1 inch from another model or 2 inches from 2. This guy has a 7-inch movement. Can kind of run up the field to here and kind of be up here. They are could attempt to shoot. Let's make a full run again. Full run. So that way we can get behind him and maybe get the grenades in. 2d6. That's 8. 8 minus 1 and 8 plus 1, so 9 on this guy. He can actually move another 4.5. Get like right up here. Let's move this over a little bit so you can see. So what did I say? 8, so 7 is... You could technically get all the way over here because he's out of cut. Difficult. 3 inch, 6, 7, 4 inches, 3.5. He can be up here. Two inches of 2. 1" of 1. Let's back him up a little bit just so we can keep him in formation. That's the other thing. No surrender, fight harder. Exactly. This other part is you got to make sure you're in that 1 inch within 1 or 2 inches of another 2, because if you're not at the end of the round, you will have to make a morale check as well. Now that we're here, they will make a snapshot, or their reaction. They will throw a grenade. I don't think I wrote it in, but I'm going to make it where you can only throw 1 grenade as a reaction, just to keep from oversaturating explosives. You probably wouldn't do that anyway. So you would probably want to get at least 5. So 4. We need to roll 4 or higher to get to the back arc. Otherwise, we're fighting against the 7 toughness. Otherwise, back arc has a 6 toughness. Much easier damage. Got it. He's going to the back. Throws it. A total of 7 inches. Throws it right here. Just don't roll a 1 on the exploding radius. 5. Five inches isn't going to hit myself. That's the other thing, is don't throw it too close to yourself. Otherwise, you could end up hitting yourself, because 6 inches could almost hit me if I were to put it like right here. Put it right there. 6 inches hits one of my own units, my own models. Fragmentation grenade. d6 plus 1 blast. So 6, it's higher. That means he'll ignore it on a 5 or better. He does not ignore it. Actually, technically, ignore it on a 4 or better because his armor is plus 1. But that doesn't matter. He's still going to take damage. Crap, I picked that up and rolled it. So now, I forget. Once it's damaged him, you roll a... Let's look at the document. On a vehicle, it's a little bit different. If you roll a 6, it's a penetrating hit. On a 4 or 5, it's a glancing. Nothing. No damage to the tank. Forget also, you need to be more than base contact to that model. Otherwise, you're engaged to them. So, in level fighting. They're done. We'll roll 2 more dice, or pick 2 more dice. I think this was, what was this? This was like a 3 or something. It was low. say it was a 3. Or was it a 1? It was a 1, wasn't it? Let's have it be a 1. So that way defender will go, and then the attacker will go. The defender will draw a card. Heavy. The heavy needs to go because if we hold, then that heavy will probably get to go and hit us first. So let's hit them first, right? They're like, hurry, load the shell, fire, fire, fire. In fact, we're not even going to move, we're going to full attack. When you full attack, you attack twice. We're going to attack once, but this time, we're going to fully automatically fire. So when we fully automatically fire, we're going to decide how many shots we're going to take. The 1 is automatic. 2 doesn't cost anything else for the attack. But the 3rd shot with our machine guns is going to cost us a -1 to the attack roll, to the accuracy. So 3 shots, 3 times the firepower on our heavy machine gun, which is 9 shots in total. We get to fire 9 times with our machine gun. Let's go ahead and fire our flamethrower first. Flamethrower is a 6-inch AoE 3. It'll automatically hit all models within 3 inches. Get this whole unit. Yep. Let's put the center here. Everything within 3 inches gets hit. There's 4 hits. 4 hits. Does that not make that? I didn't. So it's just strength 3 versus toughness 3. So on a 4 or higher, they are resilient. We'll have to roll this separately. My leader will be the shiny dice. The white dice gets resilience and +1 armor. So this is on a 3 or higher for them, and on a 4 or higher for him. They get to be resilient. So he fails. He takes damage. And on a 3 or higher, he succeeds. And they get advantage because they're resilient. 3 or higher, he succeeds. We get 2 damages. And we can decide that to go to them. Cover doesn't matter on flamethrowers because it just goes around it. Grouping sucks. Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's why I kind of separated them. I was thinking about that flamethrower hitting me. So we're gonna have it hit these 2. So these 2 are gonna die. Now the machine gun fire. I also didn't do it in the beginning, but you do need to clear all your shots. The machine gun and flamethrower is going here, and the cannon fire was going there. I mean, it was kind of given, but for sake of your opponent, your living opponent, the machine gun fire. This rolls on a 4 or higher, 50-50. They do have cover, So they will get an advantage on that. So on a 4 or higher, that succeeds. That was really bad. Only 2 shots succeeded. They have cover. 1 succeeded. 1 shot out of all those. Now, the bad part is the machine gun is a strength 5 versus their toughness of 3. So they will only ignore it on a 5 or 6. And it has AP. Ooh, it has to hit him first. So yeah, still. Yeah, on a 5 or 6. Not good. Oh, he does have cover. Does have cover. Nope, still not good. He's dead. The commander got fried. The 2 guys in armor, suits just lit up in flames. Ah! Hey, dude, what's up? Stormtrooper shorts? 2 guys in armor just lit up in flames, just burning alive. The commander gets gunned down and a machine gun fire. And this guy's over here with a shield just stopping it. No, 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 nope. Stormtrooper shots. I'm not reading. It's kind of small. A bunch missed, yeah, straight up. But I mean, they fired a rapid fire. I mean, if he just did the short burst, he probably would have hit with more. But choices. Came with extra ammo, we might as well use it, right? Fire it all. Okay, now the tank shots. And that's the best part. This is the first attack. He gets 1 more after this, so he's dead. He's going to die. Now, tank shots. Anti-armor. 3+ to hit. Wow. That misses. Let's do another flamethrower hit on this guy. On a 3+, they ignore the damage, and he's resilient, so he gets to reroll it. He ignores the flamethrower. But does he ignore? Oh, I messed that up again. But does he mess up the machine gun? I missed the machine gun. This time he's just going to fire 2 shots. So this will not get any negatives. He'll get 6 shots because there's 3. You get to fire 3 times each with each bullet expended, each ammunition expended. Dice is rigged, but this time he'll hit on a 3+. This is a good example of why you might not full auto, or you might. 3+, and they get advantage, or they get disadvantage because they're covered. 1 miss. If they didn't do that, though, a lot of those other ones would have missed. Better rolls. 5 hits. Strength 5 versus their toughness of 3. So this is a 5+. He has this armor, but AP 1 ignores it. So 5 or better. And he gets to reroll this, though, so we'll see. Nope. Get to reroll it. A chance. I think he's dead, though. Oh, yep, he's dead. 3 hits. Wipes him out. Shouldn't have done that. He was just a boy. And now the last 2. try to get it this time. 3 or better. 1 hits. That's all it really needs. AP2, strength 7, front armor. It's a 50-50. On a 4 or better, this does no damage. It does no damage. You ever seen Fury? The tank shot just goes, deflects right off the side. And like, rotate, fire. That's this right now. Because the attacker's going to go. That means his tank will get to activate. He's not going to move either. He's going to fire 2 shots too. He's going to be conservative with his shots. All the machine gun fire he's going to lay into them, and all of the tank shots he's going to lay into them. So let's go ahead and do the machine gun. 1 round of machine gun. This is on a 3 or better. They get cover. And yeah. Oh, I forget. They get disadvantage on that. So on a 4 or better, that dealt no damage. Not that dice. They have to roll that again. That dealt damage. Let's count it. Let's actually look at it because this is going to matter. It's AP2, so that's +2 to the D6. On a 7 or higher, it deals penetrating damage. It goes right in and blows up. Or on a 5 or 6 of a natural D6, it will glance. It will like actually deal something bad to the outside of the vehicle. You made me laugh when you said, "Why you do that? He's just a boy." Yeah, he was all by himself. He's like, "No." Okay, so +2 to this means on a 5 it will penetrate. So on a 3 or 4 it will glance. On a 5 or 6 it will penetrate, and on a 1 or 2 it does nothing. Deflects. It glances. It's something. Do something to him. Gotta keep firing at him. Glance. Roll another dice. 4. He is temporarily immobilized. So, that's fine. I don't need to be immobile anyway. He's going to sit and fire. Still write it down because if he gets hit again and he's temporarily immobilized and you get that again, his track gets blown off and he's done. He's sitting still for the rest of the game. So, which is still possible. They have missile launchers. They have a missile launcher in there. Let's roll this. 3+. Wow. 3+ because of cover. Hits. 5+, or a 5 versus their toughness, I think 2. Yep, toughness 2. Is only on a 6, so they ignore the damage, but they get cover. So they get to reroll it once. Nope. Oh, he did. It's crazy. Cover saved his life. The wall exploded in front of his head. Over here, we'll fire this. This is, oh. No, it's target acquired, so they get advantage on hitting him. So just advantage on a 3+ roll. Get to re-roll the 2. Oh, no, just one hit. 7 versus 7. So 4+, they ignore it. He doesn't ignore it. AP2, I'm sorry, I'm thinking. AP2, so yeah, same roll. 1, 2, nothing, 3, 4, glance, 5, 6, penetrate. Nothing, glance. Too close, too close. Let's go ahead and finish with machine gun fire against these guys. They miss. All 2s on 3 or better. Over here, 3 better. Both hits. Target acquired. 4 better, they ignore. They ignore both shots. Just hit the logs on the side. Didn't even touch them. That's the end of round 2. Let's go ahead and look at the report phase again. Let's go over morale. Units lost models in a round, is not in unit cohesion, or is already breaking, make a morale check for that unit. If the commander of an army was killed this turn, or you have no commander, make a morale check for each unit. So, the commander died. And in addition to that, these guys scored a point for killing a commander. So right now, if they were, and another point for killing a unit in total, if they were to retreat right now, they would win this battle. And that's actually a really good idea. They will have to make a morale check. It's a +1, so on a 7 or a roll of 6 or higher, they are not phased. Double 6s. Not phased. Oh, shoot. I forgot these guys. These guys get to attack. Like I said, they have sniper rifles and missile launcher. Let's try the missile launcher. I don't think the sniper rifles are going to do much. The missile launcher is in range. Oh, there it is. Where to go? It's on a 4+, it'll hit. It is AP1, so it'll ignore its armor. It's a 3d3 strength. No good advantage on the attack roll. Blast is he gets advantage on the attack roll. I forget that's the thing. But with this, it gets advantage twice. 4+1 roll. I'm just going to roll 3 dice. If all of them are under 4, he misses. Oh, 1 hits. So it hits It does 3d3 power. So 1, 2 is 3, and 3 is 6. To the front, it is under, so it'll ignore it on a 3 or better. Yeah. It ignores the damage. The rocket launcher just deflects it. Let's go ahead and try with the snipers, just to see. I'm kind of curious. 3 or better with advantage. 3 shots. One of them missed. Let's re-roll that. All of them hits. Strength 5 versus, or power 5 versus their toughness 7. It ignores it on a 3. Ignores that one. 2 of them are going through. Out of just curiosity, I'm curious, because I might have made the sniper rifle too powerful. It doesn't have AP, so it is just strength 5 versus it. So it could only glance. It can only glance. So I don't think it's too powerful. On a 5 or 6, it glances. 1 glance. See, this is where... Did he get permanently immobilized? I think he did. Yep, he is permanently immobilized. The sniper shot his track off. Freaking ridiculous. Okay, so everything else stayed the same, except we need resets. Defenders have 2. Attacker has 1. Just that. And that. Now, shuffle that. You don't have to shuffle the 1 because we know what it is. Put the dice in the bag. Declare orders. You can't declare order if you don't have a commander, I don't think, if I wrote that, but if not, it needs to be written. So these guys will command target acquired again. Just finish it. Do we finish it? Yeah, we could, because he's immobilized. He's not going anywhere. Let's do it. Let's just finish it. Let's kill this tank. Fury's not going any further. Defender said we're taking this back. This is our America. Attacker gets to go first. Attacker has... Ta-da! Attacker's immobilized, so he's just going to full fire. The first shot he's going to use, he's just going to single shot, and then the second one, he's just going to use the rest of his ammunition. And gun that over there. First round of machine gun fire, and here, I forget, he gets double the machine guns. I'll fire an additional round of machine guns just for him now. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. 3 better. Disadvantage. Two. On a 6 with advantage. 2 down. I don't know. They might need the full retreat because they're also going to make a morale check. So 2 of them are down. Let's make a morale check for them. They get a +2. So on a 5 or better, they rolled. They're fine. We're changing our order to full retreat just because I'm stupid. They're still not going to survive it, I don't think, because that's going to gun them down again. 3 or better. Disadvantage. Cock dice. Nope, all those missed. Do the tank shot over here. 3 or better. Both of them hits. 4 or better ignores. 1 ignored. 1, 2 is deflects. 5, a penetrating hit. Okay. A direct hit is what I called it. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Rolled a 4. On fire. Vehicle must make a morale check at the end of the round or have 1d3 drivers. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, guys. He's on fire. And we're not done. Hit him again. So we're going to go ahead and declare it that all the machine gun fire will go into them, and the tank shot will go into him. Four better. No. 2 more hits with the tank shot. Deflect, a direct. The direct is a 6. And on fire. I didn't write it, but it needs to go digressing. So if you're on fire, you would get wrecked immediately again if you were to get on fire. If you're already wrecked, you'd explode. So he's now wrecked, on fire. If he gets another direct hit, he's dead instantaneously. They might still be dead. Now the machine gun fire. 6 shots because we're firing twice with rapid fire. And this is on a 3 or better. They have cover, so it's a disadvantage. 1 miss. 3 better again. All of them. They get 6 or better on 2 of these. But I think they're gone. Actually, what we can say is it goes to the leader first, and then it's on a 5 or better, which is a better idea because that is ignored. But it's not enough. They're both dead. Kind of figured. kind of figured we pushed our luck. And now it's the last activation. That's the only activation we got left, so it doesn't matter that we rolled the dice. Don't have the troops. We'll go to the heavy. The heavy is on fire and wrecked, so he can't move anyway. I need to extend wreck to probably not even shoot or anything because he's done. Yeah, he's done. We'll go to the report. The report will need to make a morale on a 6 or better. No, he doesn't. 1d3 flee. 2 fleeing models. So we'll put them over here. So they're touching back there. And field rail check as around the unit makes a fleeing movement to the closest table edge and is considered breaking and keeps their station. With that, they make it to the side. They're inside a friendly deployment zone, so they technically will. They have no choice but to make it off the table edge. We'll roll 3d6. Yep. They'll flee off the table edge. They have fled. So at this point, there is no more models on the table. They gain 2 points. It is a tie. There is no winner. With no winner, there's no winning choice. Now we have to check the casualties. End of the first battle. Everybody's dead on one side and everybody's dead on the other side, except one tank is still available. Vehicle repairs. When a vehicle is damaged, it can repair before the next battle. If the model exploded, roll a d6. On a 6, it is only wrecked. If the model is wrecked, it is no longer, as long as the friendly deployment zone. It is not. Or you won the battle. Otherwise, it cannot be used in the next battle. If it was on fire, it's no longer, and you may not be used in the next battle. If it is immobilized or weapons disabled, roll d6 for each. So he is immobilized on a d6. On a 1, you keep that roll on immobilized. So is he 1? No, he's no longer immobilized. The tank is fine. These guys are immobilized. Or Rex still, they cannot. Miles Rex is no longer goes in front. It goes on fire. It can be used in the last battle if it survives this battle. So, thing to think about. That vehicle is wrecked currently and can't be used, but can be used next battle fine. My GIs and my sergeant for this side, the defenders, will have to make a survival check. For each unit, make a survival check dice pool. Add 1 die for every model that is downed in the unit, and an additional die for each model in that unit if it is downed completely. If you are the losing player, so both of us are, and you also did not have all remaining units completely within a friendly deployment zone, neither of us did, or fled, add a die to the downed model, for each downed model. So, you will add 3 dice for each model. These will be the GIs. And the sergeant. Ignore all 3s and betters. Fight harder. And on kill or be killed, I want to say you get to do a reroll once on this roll for 1 unit. And we're going to choose this unit for that. So 3 or better, we'll ignore those. Just rolled 2. So we get to reroll these. 2 1s. We had a 2 and a 1, so we'll have a 2 and a 1. Because you will want the 2. So we have 1 completely downed and 1 that's injured and 2 that are fine. So the commander will be fine, and the missile launcher will be fine, and our one of our snipers will be just injured, and he'll be sitting out the next fight because he's still healing. Got a gaping wound in his gut. They shot me with a machine gun. I'm still alive. Now on the other side, it's just as bad. And they're going to roll the same. 3, 9. 9 dice. Oh, no, 12 dice. Sorry. 4 models, 3 each. is 1, 2, and 1, 1, just like the other side. Let's re-roll those. Just 1, 1, which we can make a 2. Just 1 injury. We'll have it be the flamethrower guy. So we have 2 LMGs and 1 commander on this side and a working tank. And all they have is 1 guy with a missile launcher and a commander. There was a tie, so there's technically, currently, no potential winner. If this one's a tie, then it will come down to the last match, giving him back his tank and his model. There's 1. You should switch if anything, so these guys... Well, no, these guys will become the defender again. I forget. Defender's better in a little bit of a way. So these guys will be defender. These guys will be attacker that will play everything first. They get 3 dice. 2 for the red, 1 for the blue. 6 ammo there. 6 and... So this one's going to be a lot lopsided. It's going to be very important for them to survive. Even if they lose, just survive. So the attacker will deploy everything first. We will basically do the same thing. Actually, more than that, we're going to hide the tank completely. Okay. Then these guys will deploy almost the same that they did last time. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna deploy over here. So that way we can be close to the edge to run. So we got 2 there, and then over here, there's 3 in the tank. So, put your dice in the bag, shake it up, and draw. Oop. Defender goes first. Defender, oh. Before all that, they're going to make a full charge. These guys are going to ambush. No, we'll make a full charge too. Yeah, and they'll stay that way. So they'll move. Total of 7 inches, which is, let's see, just 6 because they're going to come out of there and move. And then they're going to make a full move. 7, 8 inches. And just get behind this cover. Get behind that cover. Okay. They've activated, not reacted. That's round 1. Then, doesn't really matter. We'll pull that out though. These guys will activate. The first one has to be the troop, or they could really choose anyway, which might as well do. We'll have the tank full move, 6 inches normal. Rotate and then move another 2d6 plus 0, 8 inches. Up. And rotate again. He won't shoot. These guys will make a full move as well. And then 2d6 plus 0 plus 2 for 1. So that's 6 plus 8 inches per leader. Leader will go ahead and move up here. Go back a little bit because we gotta have these guys ahead of me. Ooh. Mana bread. Have you? Banana bread. It's into round 1. Go to round 2. This is where the action is going to be. 2 and 1. Order phase. Target acquired will be the soldiers. And, well, they're going to ambush, but these guys are going to target acquire the soldiers. Oh, I don't want to. Don't do that. Oh, red and blue. So you can get double red, and that really sucks for the defender right away. Defender goes first. They have the target acquired. Sniper rifle and missile launcher. Missile launcher is not at range. AP1 blast. Okay, so the missile launcher first. On a 4+ with advantage. They have cover, so normal. Hits. On blast against units with multiple but under 6. Roll a d3. That's how many times you're actually hitting. You hit once. 3d3 is the damage on it, so power on it. It's a 3, a 2, and a 1. Normal 6. So they survive on a 6. Survive on a 6. Or ignore the damage on a 6. They have resilience, so they can reroll this. Nope. Nope. One of them dies. Gets hit in the head with a missile launcher, gets exploded. The other two are like, ah. Thank goodness he caught it between him and his chest plate and his tower shield and just cupped it. Blows him up. Next shot, the sniper. This is also on a 3 or better. He's going to shoot the commander. Hits. With cover, but target acquired. Five versus 3, so it's still a 3 or better. Yeah, just a 3 or better. Where he dies. Ooh. So 1. Commander gets popped off. Not good. We'll attack twice. Here's the missile launcher. Hits. Since it only has one model, I just get advantage on the attack roll, but it already hit. 3d3 is 6, 7. On a 6 or higher, he gets advantage. So if both these, one of these isn't a 6, he blows up. With the sniper rifle, I guess we can try glance. So, well, no, I was firing everything in there. I can't lie. But I think we just won. Well, game 2, we just scored 1.2 points for killing the commander. The tank gets to go. So the tank will move and shoot. Actually, no, just double shoot. Double shoot and fire everything. No? Double shoot and just fire twice. So we'll have 2 shots left. Let's figure out what reaction I need to do right here, because if I don't do the right reaction, I might just die here. Go up to D3 inches away. Or turn my cover into advantage on my... I think we should do that. So we're going to duck and cover, or ducker heads down. Use a reaction to get advantage on there. Guess we could have done that with the other guy too. So let's just try that on a 5 or 6. Nope. But it's okay. So he will shoot everything at us. For the first attack, I get advantage on defense rolls. He's firing 6 shots. Machine gun. Actually, no, we need... Winner. So the blast weapon on a 3 or better hits. Misses. They have cover, so they get... Nope, still hits. It will hit for 1d3 times, twice. 7 versus their 2. They will only survive on a 6. They can re-roll it twice. Nope. Nope. Come on, roll 1, 6. Nope, they get blown off the field. It's a tie game again. So if it's a tie, it goes to the final round. But we got to calculate survival checks again. So there's 2 models here. If the entire unit was downed, and if you lost, there's a tie, so there wasn't a winner. One of those. Oof. The missile launcher guy died. So all I got left is my sniper man. My leader and my tank comes back undamaged for the final round. For the winner take all. Winner take all. Here we are. On this side, the tank didn't take any damage, but that whole unit went down. One guy comes back automatically, but the other 3 have to roll. 3, 6, 9 dice. Let's re-roll those 1s and 2s. I have 2 2s and 1 1. A 2. All 2s. So they're all injured. I have 1 machine gun guy, no leader. So I won't be able to make leaders. And they have, it's very limited. See where we're at? It's all tied up. All of the decisions. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Let's finish this up. Go melee. Yeah, they almost did. That's the other thing about ammo, though. Is when you run out of ammo, what do you do? You gotta go melee. So, final round. We have 2 on each side. A troop and a heavy. And a troop and a heavy. Water Draco, don't tell him how to lose a fight. Well, that's the other fun part when you get into melee. If you roll a 1 when you're attacking the other side, you hit yourself. So, it means you won't get shot at most likely by both sides. Unless you're ruthless. Squeaky floorboard. Okay, so we got 2 of each color dice. 2 red, 2 blues. Will stay the same. Attack the defender. The attacker will set up first. They will do the same as they did the first one. Except this guy will hide up in a... Actually, he's just going to stay back. He's going to try to stay on the board. These guys will almost post up like they did the first time as well. Hiding back here. And these guys are going to do the same thing they did before, but hide right there. 2 snipers. Hoping to get a shot off. Let's win this. Who do you think's going to win? Separatists or the Puritans? For the order of the presidents. Or for the order of the people. Defenders go first. Troops. Let's hold. Blue, red. 5 and a 1. So, defenders get to go. Has to go, technically. Or they can just run their heavy, which technically might be a better choice. Now we'll run both of them. I forgot that they can make an order. They're gonna full charge, just so that way they can move up a little bit faster. We'll do the heavy first. They'll move 6 inches. Get right there. Let's do a full move. Move another 5 inches. These guys will move 6 and 7. And also full move. Oops, I just picked up the wrong dice. That doesn't matter. They're both going next. They rolled 2 plus 1 or plus 2. I'm just going to run up behind this tank so that way they get cover. You can use your own vehicles as cover as long as they're not wrecked. Gonna go for the separatists this side. Okay. Now this side goes both. Technically, it would go heavy first. So the heavy will move and shoot 6 inches. And shoot. Let's run the machine gun fire first. On a 3 or higher, they will hit. On a 3 or higher, it is ignored. 2 of them not. On a 5 or 6, it's a glance. Or actually on a 4, 5, or 6, or 4, 5, it's a glance. On a 6, it's a pen. It's 5, right? Wait, let me think about that. Yeah, no. So 1 glance. Ouch. Crew shaken. Let's make a morale check before next activation. The sun keeps changing direction, huh? Getting brighter in here. Shaking the camera. You're shaking. And a tank shot. 3 or better. That was 3 or better. Strength 7 versus 7 on a 4 better is ignored. 1's not ignored. AP2, so 1, 2. Oh. On a 1 or 2, it deflects. 5 or 6, direct hit. 6, they're on fire. Fire him again. 3 plus. Those hits. Oh wait, no, it's just a single fire. I forget, he moved and shot. Then this guy will move, but he's just going to keep backing up 6 inches. In fact, he's going to full move off the board. He retreated. Best move I did all game. Start here, we'll do a full retreat. So the only way we can win, oh, and at the end of the round, I need to make a round check. Passed. Or they have to run out. Full retreat. And start a round. They have just a heavy on the attacker side. And we have 2 on this side. We could still blow it up with grenades. No retreats. You're right. You're right. Full charge. Full charge. Actually, better yet, let's say ambush. Because we need to try to blow up that tank. Try to blow the tank up. 3 dice, 2 blue, 1 red. Oh, we're going first, no matter what. make a morale check before my next. I don't. I skip. Skip activation. Okay, was the red dice roll? Is it roll a 1? It doesn't matter. They're still going to go first. Yeah, next. Their tank. Do a full attack. 2 tank shots. Let's do the machine gun fire first. 2 hits. Ignored on a 3+. 1 ignored. 4-5. Glance. Nothing. Let's do the 2 tank shots. 3+ hits. On a 4+, it is ignored. It is not ignored. Oof. Deflect and glance. A glance will be, roll the dice. Glance will be a 4. So they are temporarily immobilized. And final attack. Just the machine gun fire first. 3+. 1 miss. 3+ ignored. 3+ hit tank shot. So 4+ they ignore the tank shot. 1 does not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A penetrating hit. It is currently on. Oh, I smacked it. It explodes. Explosion. The vehicle erupts in a fireball 2d6 inches centered at the center of the vehicle, hitting all units in the area with 1d6 attacks with power 2d6 and blast. So we roll 2d6, just 6 inches, hits them 5 times. With power of 7. So they survive on a 6. Oh my gosh, they almost did. They one more 6. Nope. They all die. Sorry, 80. Separatist died. 1 fireball. Tank blew it up. What a battle. 2-hour game. Best 2 of 3. What do you think? What do you think, 80? Only got 3 likes. Everybody else that's in here, you better like. There's 5 people viewing. I better at least have like 2 more added. There's 8 people in here now. I better get 9. See 6 more likes. What do you think? Dicer rigged, send reinforced. Next time I'll do a bigger battle. It'll probably do like 1500 versus 1500. This was only 500 points versus 500 points. Yeah. Love it. And this is just UAF versus UAF. Next time I'm going to play Legion of Hell versus UAF, and maybe next time after that we'll play the Armies of the Third Reich versus like Legion of Hell or UAF. I'm going to go work a little bit more on it. I saw a few errors in it. AD, do you have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Water Draco, you still there? Not now. Anybody else? Okay. Driving. Be careful, Draco. Alright. I'm gonna get off. Have a good one, guys. Be safe, Draco.